Our final game, and it was a wild one. The Colts win on a thrilling 2-point conversion at the end of the game after scoring a touchdown to go down 1 against the Patriots. Anthony Richardson, guys, just very Anthony Richardson stat line. 12 of 24, 109 passing yards.
50% completion.
Yeah, classic. I mean, 2 touchdowns through the air. He also throws 2 picks. Yep. But Richardson, after the game, just spoke on the team consistently having faith in him.
But also 48
yards
yards rushing and a rushing touchdown.
Yeah. Which is his. That's the Richardson stat line.
That's the Richardson. Yeah.
Listen to him after the game.
It builds a little bit of confidence. Just lets us know that he trusts us as an offense to go out there and make a play. Just put ourselves on the line and just go get a dub. No, it's just a lot of love for our defense. I threw the interception. They went out there. I think it was like 35 seconds. They got the ball back to us really quick. It just gave us a chance to go out there and win again. So I definitely appreciate our defense and appreciate the offense for sticking with me.
You've been through a lot this season. How do you think you've changed?
I don't think I've changed much. I've honestly just been myself throughout the whole process, but I think I've been able to relax and stay calm a little bit more, and just take it day by day. Try not to focus too much on the future and try not to focus too much on the past. Take it day by day and just try to get better each and every day.
At the end of the day, Richardson gets the job done here, guys. He had the win at the end of the game against the Jets. Obviously a tough loss against the Lions, but a win at the end of the game against New England. Right now, Matthew, this offense, as we expected with him and Jonathan Taylor, that's where the focus is, while everybody else kind of takes a step or two down.
And it's all on the ground, right? 52% of Richardson's points since he came back have come from rushing. He's got 3 rushing touchdowns since returning and replacing comeback player of the year Joe Flacco as the starter for Indianapolis. He's got a 44% completion rate over his 2 games as well. By the way, 26 touches for Jonathan Taylor in this game. He's had 23 or more in 3 of the last 4. It's like, if you're the Colts, that's how you're going to win, on the legs of Jonathan Taylor and Anthony Richardson. And you'll take your shots here and there with the passing.
Yep. I just say, I watched this game right through for whatever reason, and Anthony Richardson played really well. It didn't show up in the stats because his receivers the past 2 weeks have screwed him just like you will not believe. Anthony Richardson on the final drive threw the game-tying touchdown pass 4 times. They just dropped 3 of them. It was insane. And a lot of that is the talent that he's dealing with and Downs being out hurts. But I think he has gotten materially better since the benching.
Well, what's crazy is the same argument could be said about the game that he was benched after. Yeah. His receivers let him down in that game. And we probably think he was benched because he came out for the breather and they weren't playing well. But his receivers hurt him much in that game too. So Richardson, I will agree, Jay, like his stat line lies sometimes in terms of his supporting cast letting him down.
Yep. His underlying stats, he was very efficient in terms of EPA. And then with the game on the line, like they had to convert multiple 4th downs. He was money on the 4th and 3 game-tying touchdown pass, and then he gets into the end zone to win it at the end. Great call by Steichen, going for 2 in that spot. That is why you have Anthony Richardson in that spot. Yes. That's why the Commanders should have gone for 2 against the Cowboys, because you've got Jaden Daniels in that spot. This is the value of these guys, is they can get these 2 yards when you need it. So I think Richardson has really turned the corner. And so by my numbers, I make it, the Colts have this insanely easy schedule. Broncos is tough, but then they play Giants, Titans, and Jags to end the season. So they're plus 750 to run the slate. So Richardson would close on a 5-0 winning streak, make the playoffs at 10-7. Could Anthony Richardson win comeback player of the year if he finishes on a 5-0 streak to take the Colts into the playoffs?
The field is quite bleak, which gives you a little hope.
It's a pretty incredible story. If he goes 6-1 after the benching.
Based on the new criteria for comeback player of the year, you have to come back. He had the serious injury last year as well. Obviously, only played like he only appeared in like 4 games.
Like Darnold shouldn't qualify, is what you're saying.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's not coming back from an injury.
No, exactly. So it just depends on how they end up voting that as well. I want to mention A.D. Mitchell, by the way, who played the majority of the slot and filled in for Josh Downs, and I know there was some enthusiasm and optimism for him. 2 targets, 0 catches for 0 yards in this one as well. Alec Pierce 2 for 16 on 6 targets. It's those 2 guys, and I guess Pittman until Downs comes back in terms of usable pieces of the Colts offense. But I like that call. I don't think that's a bad bet, especially because, by the way, I don't think the Texans are for real. Like the Texans should have blown out the Jaguars, and the fact that they barely beat Mac Jones after a super dirty hit. You know what I mean? Like, the Texans are vulnerable, and especially when you look at the Colts' schedule.
Yep. C.J. Stroud is regressed this season, not playing that well. Guy who is playing well, though, is Drake May, who really did whatever he wanted against the Colts. They just never punted for most of the game.
Right, and the problem is with Drake May, he's another guy that just doesn't have a lot around him right now, where he makes one mistake, and he threw the interception in this game that you could argue both ways. It wasn't fully his fault. I mean, it kills them. And Hunter Henry is his main target week after week.
Right.
Waiver wire
I
king
know.
Hunter Henry.
Yeah, the lord of our waiver wire show, Hunter Henry, finishes the week as a top 10 fantasy tight end. He's number 9 as we head into Monday Night Football. 30% target share with at least a 20% target share in 6 of the past 7. I look forward to talking about Hunter Henry again tomorrow on the Waiver Wire Show. Hey, it's Matthew Berry from NBCSports.com and Rotoworld.com, and I want to thank you so much for watching whatever it is you just watched, or if nothing else, being too lazy to click out of the autoplay after this video started, after whatever it is you actually wanted to watch finished. But now that you're here, I'd like to take a moment here to ask you respectfully now, okay? I'm asking you respectfully to subscribe to the NFL on NBC YouTube channel. You'll get the latest Roto-World fantasy news headlines, all sorts of great shows, including my own Fantasy Football Happy Hour. So go subscribe now. Again, I'm asking respectfully.